But the problem with the Republicans and the religious right is that they keep focusing only on a couple key issues and hope that people don't start learning and educating themselves as to what's really going on. As a product of the South Carolina public school system, I can see how they've been successful. Well, here.
Is our children learning?
Polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries.
And they hope you'll listen to this guy.
Would it be wrong if we asked people to pray for rain? Okay, not just rain, abundant rain, torrential rain, urban and small stream flood advisory rain. Would it be wrong if we prayed for rain on, say, a particular night at, say, a particular location? No, say the evening of August 28th, right here at Mile High Stadium in Denver. During the primetime TV hour, when a certain presumptive nominee is set to give a certain acceptance speech at a certain Democratic National Convention. I'm talking umbrella ain't gonna help you rain. Beautiful rain. Network cameras can't see the podium rain. Attendees can't walk back to the indoor arena without wishing for hip waders rain. I know, you might ask, why would I pray for that? Well, I'm still pro-life. And I'm still in favor of marriage being only between one man and one woman. But if God decides, and it's always up to God to decide, if God decides that rain of biblical proportions would be a good and proper meteorological condition for that evening, we'll see it, and we'll say that it is good.
It ended up being 70 and sunny for Obama's speech, but Hurricane Gustav caused the first day of the Republican convention to be canceled. Isn't God ironic? We've all seen people wearing those bracelets that say, "What would Jesus do?" I have a couple myself. So ask yourself, what would he do? He didn't agree with the way prostitutes and cheating tax collectors live their lives, but he befriended them. I wouldn't exactly call this befriending. As I see these "What would Jesus do" bracelets, I can't help but ask a WWJD question myself. Who would Jesus deny? There are currently 47 million Americans without health insurance, or about 1 in 6. The United States is the only industrialized nation that doesn't have universal health care. All of Western Europe, Canada, Australia, and Japan make sure that every single one of their citizens can see a doctor and receive medicine when they're sick. But here in the U.S., these guys decide that. That's right, the big insurance companies control the health care, and if they think you're too much of a risk, or you'll use too much coverage, they can just tell you no. Then when you need help, you end up like this poor guy, operating on his own toe. Only there's no do-it-yourself guide at Home Depot for this. I should know about insurance. I took a job selling it, but after a week of telling desperate senior citizens, "Sorry you have diabetes," or "Sorry you had cancer 20 years ago, I can't help you," I walked away. This issue has risen to the forefront recently, with Democrats like Barack Obama speaking out in favor of universal health care. But unfortunately, once again, the party that claims to be pro-Jesus and pro-life doesn't believe in universal health care. The Republicans say it's socialism, and that the free market works much better, as if getting health insurance is like choosing between Walmart and Target. And even if you get the tax credit they claim they'll give you, if the big insurance companies refuse to cover you, that $5,000 isn't worth a whole hell of a lot. Most people know the story about the Good Samaritan. Jesus said a man was severely beaten and left for dead by the road. A priest saw him but didn't stop. Another religious person saw him but kept going as well. But then a Samaritan, a person whom Jesus' followers despised, saw the man and had compassion for him. He took him to get help, and he paid for the man's health care. That's right, the Samaritan didn't even know the man in need, but he provided him health care because it was the right thing to do, and what Jesus would do. So what's the answer to my question? Who would Jesus deny? Nobody. But that doesn't matter to the religious right. Guys like this only care about abortion and gay marriage. After all, those two issues are why he was praying for rain. But can you really be pro-life if you won't help women in need who choose to have children, or support preemptive wars where thousands will be killed, or favor a tax code that is great for those at the top but leaves many people suffering and falling into poverty? I don't think so. But they don't want you to think about that. If you do, they try to scare you into voting against your best interest. Here's Dr. Dobson warning people about Barack Obama.
It terrifies me, the thought that he might be our commander-in-chief, might be in the Oval Office, might be the leader of the free world, because I said it a minute ago, the man is dangerous.
And some even hope that we'll believe any rumor or keep stereotypes, like these people who said why they won't vote for Barack Obama.
I guess because he is another race. I'm sort of scared of the other race because we have so much conflict with them.
I don't like the Hussein thing. I've had enough of Hussein.
My opinion is, I think the United States of America should be run by somebody from the United States of America.
But he's from the U.S.
Right.
He's born here. He's been raised here.
But he's Muslim. Right. But I don't agree with that.
Are you ready to have a black man president?
No.
You don't think a black man should be president
I don't
of America?
think so, no.
Why not?
Because I don't feel like putting a black man in there. I ain't prejudiced or nothing, but I just don't have I don't think he should be in there.